Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to our live Shuna Talk show.
Yeah,
So, for today's session, we are studying Pali Tripatika Sankta Nikayas. So, for that, we truly honor that to be our esteemed guides, Dr. Lim sir and Dr. Rajesh
yeah,
Agara sir joined with
mhm,
us. Warm welcome to you, sir. It's privilege to have both of you with us today.
yeah.
So, before we begin our studies, so we will begin with our meditation. Yes, sir. We'll begin our studies.
Yeah. So, good morning, everyone. We are doing the Pali Tripitaka as it is. This is the Sanyukta Nikaya, Pali to English translation by the SIF Translation Department under the guidance of Dhyanachara Nagajiva. So, let's take the next slide. Yeah. So, we are doing the Sanyukta Nikaya linked discourses, 4 connected discourses on the 6th sense basis, the second 50. 10th is the sixes, Sadavagga. SN 35.96 liable to decline. Prihana Dhammasutta. Because I will teach you the nature of decline, the nature of non-decline, and the 6 spheres of mastery. Listen to this. And how, because, does one become subject to decline? Here, because, when a bhikkhu sees a rupa, that's form, with the eye, evil, unwholesome thoughts connected with bondage arise. If the bhikkhu tolerates them, does not disassociate with them, dispel them, put an end to them, or eradicate them, he should understand, because I am declining in wholesome dharma qualities. For this is called decline by the Bhagava. Furthermore, bhikkhus, when a bhikkhu having tasted a flavor with the tongue, when a bhikkhu having cognized a dhamma, mental object, with the mind, there arise in him evil, unwholesome, sensual thoughts that are binding. If that bhikkhu endures them, does not disassociate with them, does not dispel them, does not eliminate them, does not bring them to cessation, it should be understood by that bhikkhu, I decline in wholesome dhamma. For this bhikkhus was said by the Bhagava. This is decline. Thus, bhikkhus, there is a condition of decline. And how bhikkhus does one not decline? Here, bhikkhus, when a bhikkhu sees a form with the eye, evil, unwholesome thoughts connected with bondage arise. If the bhikkhu does not tolerate them, but dissociates, dispels, puts an end to, and eradicates them, he should understand, I am not declining in wholesome qualities. For this is called non-decline by the Bhagava. Furthermore, bhikkhus, when a bhikkhu cognizes a dhamma with the mind, evil, unwholesome thoughts connected with bondage arise. If the bhikkhu does not tolerate them, but disassociates, dispels, puts an end to, and eradicates them, he should understand, I am not declining in wholesome qualities. For this is called non-decline by the Bhagava. Thus, bhikkhus, one should not decline. Furthermore, and what bhikkhus are the 6 spheres of mastery? Here, bhikkhus, when a bhikkhu sees a form with the eye, no evil, unwholesome thoughts connected with bondage arise. He should understand This sense base has been mastered, for this is called the sphere of mastery by the Bhagava. Furthermore, because when a bhikkhu cognizes a mental object with the mind, no evil, unwholesome thoughts connected with bondage arise. He should understand this sense base has been mastered, for this is called a sphere of mastery by the bhikkhu. These bhikkhus are called the six spheres of mastery. Third, yes, doctor.
Yeah. So I think this the explanation is quite straightforward. Okay, so our five senses, you interact with the environment. Okay, and this interaction also created a lot of sensory in our mind. Okay, some of the sensory are a good one, some of the sensory are bad one, some are neither bad or good. Okay, so actually, what Buddha says that you should guide your senses. Okay, so you should keep on looking at your senses. Okay, looking at it as a third person. Okay, then try not to participate. In this emotion. Okay, and especially unwholesome emotion. Then after that, you can become your character become a good character. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is the right practice. Yeah.
Yep. So we take the next sutta.
Yeah. Sure.
SN 35.97, the one who lives negligently.
Negligence. Yeah.
So, bhikkhus, I will teach you one who dwells in heedlessness and one who dwells in heedfulness. Listen to that. And how, bhikkhus, does one dwell in heedlessness? When one dwells with the eye faculty unstrained, because the mind is scattered among the forms, cognizable by the eye, for one whose mind is scattered, there is no joy. When there is no joy, there is no rapture. When there is no rapture, there is no tranquility. When there is no tranquility, there is dukkha, suffering. For one who is suffering, the mind does not become concentrated. When the mind is not concentrated, phenomena does not manifest. When phenomena are not manifested, one is reckoned as dwelling in heedlessness. Because when one dwells with the tongue faculty unstrained, the mind is scattered among tastes, cognizable by the tongue. For one whose mind is scattered, one is reckoned as dwelling in heedlessness. When one dwells with the mind faculty unstrained, the mind is scattered among the manodhamma, cognizable by the chitta, that is the mind. For one whose mind is scattered, there is no joy. When there is no joy, there is no rapture. When there is no rapture, there is no tranquility. And when there is no tranquility, there is suffering. For one who is suffering, the mind does not become concentrated. When the mind is not concentrated, the manadhamma do not become manifested. When manadhamma are not manifested, one is reckoned as dwelling in heedlessness. Because that's how someone lives negligently. Because, and how does someone live diligently? Because when one dwells with the eye faculty restrained, the mind is not scattered among the forms cognizable by the eye. For one whose mind is not scattered, joy arises. For the one who is joyful, rapture arises. For the one filled with the rapture, the body becomes tranquil. With a tranquil body, one dwells in happiness. For one who is happy, the mind becomes concentrated. When the mind is concentrated, Dhamma becomes manifested. When Manadhamma manifests, one is reckoned as dwelling in heedfulness. Because for one who dwells with the tongue faculty restrained, the mind is not scattered among tastes, one is reckoned as dwelling in heedfulness. For one who dwells with the mind faculty restrained, the mind is not scattered among the mental phenomena cognizable by the mind. For one whose mind is not scattered, joy arises. For one who is joyful, rapture arises. For one filled with rapture, the body becomes tranquil. With a tranquil body, one dwells in happiness. For one who is happy, the mind becomes concentrated. When the mind is concentrated, the manadhamma, that's mental phenomena, becomes manifested. When the mental phenomena are manifested, one is reckoned as dwelling in heedfulness. Thus, indeed, because one is a dweller in heedfulness. Fourth. Yes, doctor.
So I think the keyword is heedfulness, no?
Hmm.
So you have to be conscious of what you're doing. You have to be conscious of what your five senses are receiving. Okay, so when you're conscious on all these things, then you will not be affected, by them emotionally, Okay, so now this sutra is asking us how to manage our emotion, so that we manage our emotion, so that our emotion would not be affected by the five senses.
So basically, doctor, it is telling that a scattered mind is the suffering mind. A
Yeah.
concentrated mind is a mind of happiness.
Yeah. Scattered mind, when your mind is scattered, lost focus, how can you be happy,
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So when you're doing this thing also, you're not in a proper this thing. That's why when we say that the meditation is not for you to go to sleep,
Hmm.
meditation is for you to wake up, okay, to see things clearly, Yeah.
And that is why Dr. Shunya becomes perfect, because where we are taking the scattered mind and we are focusing on the breath, watching the breath, counting. While
Yeah.
other methods of meditation, they listen to music, they'll see.
No.
That is where the scattering of the mind becomes worst.
Yeah. What worse? Instead of focus your mind, it becomes scattered,
Especially, doctor, there's this school where they go for 10 days and they
Uh,
keep the person just to observe their thoughts, and they go and get lost in their own thoughts for hours and
yeah.
hours. And it's very difficult,
No, difficult. They become
for them to
donkey,
be concentrated. Yes,
They
very
become
true.
donkey, and then become stubborn,
Yeah, true.
Very stubborn, donkey, and recalcitrant. And it's very difficult for for us to correct them back,
And I
One,
think
they already go to the kind of
very
stupor.
difficult.
It take many months before we can correct them.
True, so
And
true.
the worst thing is that they're already in the wrong practice, yet they
Hmm.
feel that they are the practice the best, no?
Mhm.
Okay, look at other people, then they look down on other people's practice. Yeah.
So, doctor, one of the this thing I saw is 10 bulls of Zen. In that, they show that this boy who had a nice little bull, big one, nice one. This bull runs away into the jungle. So in the morning, he finds his bull is gone. So he goes with his rope and this to try to catch the bull. And then he goes and traces his footpath. He finds the bull is now in a bush. He tries to pull it. The effort that he requires to bring the mind that is lost is so much, that
Yeah.
it's better to train the mind so that it doesn't get lost. And Shunya practice
Yeah.
is actually training the mind.
Training the mind, yeah.
Absolutely.
Training and manage your mind.
Manage your mind.
Train and manage your mind, yeah. Manage your mind properly, okay, so that you would not always boxed down, by
Yes.
depression. So that you wouldn't feel depressed. You don't have all this negative feeling.
And you don't feel
Your
lost,
mindset.
doctor. You don't feel lost.
Yeah.
Ah,
Lost and also depressed. Yeah.
depressed and lost. Yeah.
Yeah.
So another endorsement for our practice. So let's continue with SN
Yeah.
35.98 restraint. Samvar Sutta. Bhikkhus, I will teach you about restraint and lack of restraint. Listen carefully. And how, bhikkhus, does one lack restraint? There are bhikkhus, forms cognizable by the eye. There are agreeable, pleasing, charming, delightful, connected with sensual pleasure, and enticing. If a bhikkhu delights in them, welcomes them, and persists in clinging to them, he should understand, I am declining in wholesome qualities. This is called decline by the Bhagavata. There tastes cognizable by the tongue. There are bhikkhus, the mental phenomena cognizable by the mind that are agreeable, pleasing, charming, delightful, connected with the sensual pleasures and enticing. If a bhikkhu delights in them, welcomes them, persists in clinging to them, he should understand, I am declining in wholesome qualities. This is called decline by the Bhagavata. This is how someone is unrestrained. And how is someone restrained? There are bhikkhus, forms cognizable by the eye that are agreeable, pleasing, charming, delightful, connected with the sensual pleasure and enticing. If a bhikkhu delights in them, welcomes them, persists in clinging to them, he should understand, I am declining in wholesome qualities. This is called decline by the Bhagavata. I think here it should be the other way around, but let's see. Next slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there are tastes cognizable by the tongue, there are mental phenomena, objects cognizable by the mind that are desirable, lovely, agreeable, pleasing, connected with sensual desire, enticing. If a bhikkhu does not delight in them, does not welcome them, does not remain holding to them, it should be understood by that bhikkhu, I do not decline in wholesome qualities. For this bhikkhus was said by the Bhagavad, and this is non-decline. Thus, because one practices restraint. I think the last one needs to be changed to this.
Yeah. Restraint.
Yeah, restraint.
Restraint, yeah. So when you have the restraint, you do not follow the up and down, of your senses. Okay. So is the restraint is the keyword.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do not participate in this thing. Actually, this is very important, because we come back to this world because of the attachment,
Hmm.
Yeah, you don't want to leave this world. That's why we come back again and again.
Correct.
Yeah.
But doctor, again, I'm trying to connect it with the practice. Now here it is saying that if a bhikkhu does not delight in them, does not welcome them, does not remain, so he is learning to detach. And in our
Yeah.
practice, we do the same. You see, we start with a reverse counting, then we go with 9 to 0, then we do 29 to 0, 99, then we let go. Even
Yeah.
when we enjoy it, we don't hold on to it.
Because reverse counting, you detach everything.
Yes.
Yeah, we keep on counting, maybe you are detaching. After some time, you find serene,
Yeah.
You find peace and serene. Yeah. This is a very good practice. Yeah.
But then doctor, we don't also remain there only doing only reverse count. We go and do the forward count.
Yeah.
Then we actually like doing that, but we then leave that also and no count also. So we keep on changing. We don't just stick holding on to one particular practice. We
No,
are dynamic.
because one practice, if you go to the extreme,
Hmm.
it have drawback.
Yeah.
Your reverse counting, you keep on to the extreme, you become dull,
Hmm.
You become dull and you become loss of motivation.
Hmm.
Okay. Then we go for the forward counting.
Yes.
Forward counting, okay, so that we become activate back.
Correct.
Activate back. Then we go for the vipassana.
Hmm.
Okay, we observe the feeling. Okay, all these things. So that you must understand the practice. No, the practice is stages.
Hmm.
You complete one stages, then you throw it away, then you go for the second stages, then you throw it away, you go to third stages. You cannot stick to one stages forever.
So many people, doctor, now since you have raised this question, many people think directly going to the third step, that's just observing the breath,
No,
is the way they go. They miss out on the first two levels.
when you miss out the first two, okay, you don't have the basis of samatha, no?
Hmm.
Okay, they'll never stay in focus.
Okay.
Okay, so what they do is that then they force themselves, no?
Hmm.
They force themselves to the kind of stupor, the kind of what should I say? They try to force themselves into the
So
kind of immobility.
this is exactly opposite of what the Satipatthana Sutta says, that to do it effortlessly. So in that
Yeah.
there's no effort when actually at the third level, when you go with the stages, by the third level you're doing it effortlessly in Shunya.
Yeah. You just spend enough effort to do.
Sufficient, yeah, sufficient effort.
Sufficient effort to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Next slide, please.
Yeah.
SN 35.99 immersion samadhi.
Emerson, yeah.
Bhikkhus cultivate samadhi, that's concentration. A bhikkhu who is concentrated understands reality as it truly is. And what does he understand as it truly is? The I is impermanent. He understands this as it is, truly is. Forms are impermanent. He understands this as it truly is. The I consciousness is impermanent. He understands this as it truly is. The eye contact is impermanent. He understands this as it truly is. Whatever feeling arises, dependent on the eye contact, whether pleasant, painful, or neither painful nor pleasant, that too is impermanent. He understands this as it truly is. The mind is impermanent. He understands this as it truly is. The mental objects, the mind consciousness, the mind contact, whatever feeling arises, dependent on the mind contact, whether pleasant, painful, neither painful nor pleasant, that too is impermanent. He understands this as it truly is. Bhikkhus cultivate concentration, that samadhi. A concentrated bhikkhu understands reality as it truly is. Sixth. Yes, doctor.
Yeah. So you should practice, then realize it as it is. Realize as it is, yeah.
So here,
Okay.
doctor, here the thing is that he realizes everything is impermanent, everything is ever changing,
Yeah.
and that is reality.
Yeah, the reality is that you cannot make the thing static.
Correct.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
keep on changing,
Yeah.
You keep on changing, then you cannot hold it forever.
And this is so evident even in practice, doctor. The breath also keeps on. First, it is so
Yeah.
fast, it
Yeah,
slows
yeah.
down. It
Yeah.
depends on the mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the quite straightforward.
Yes. Let's take one more last one, if we
Yeah.
could.
Retreat. Yeah.
Yeah. SN 35.100 retreat. Patila Sutta. Bhikkhus, apply yourselves to seclusion. A bhikkhu is in seclusion, understands reality. What does he understand as it truly is? The I is impermanent. He understands this as it truly is. The forms are impermanent. He understands this as it truly is. The I consciousness is impermanent. He understands this as it truly is. Next slide. The eye contact is impermanent. He understands this as it truly is. Whatever feeling arises, dependent on the mind contact, whether pleasant, painful, or neither painful nor pleasant, that too is impermanent. He understands this as it
Understand.
truly is. Bhikkhus, apply yourself to seclusion. A bhikkhu in seclusion understands reality as it truly is. Seventh. Dr. Seclusion, what exactly?
Seclusion mean you detach, no?
Okay.
Detach, yeah.
Do not
Detach from
include
all the
anything.
thing, yeah. Detach from all these things. That's
Correct.
why sometimes in meditation we always say that we look at ourselves from as a third person. Look at ourselves as a third person, then observe we from the standpoint of third person. Yeah.
Okay, let's take another one if you have.
Yeah. Please.
That was the last one, Ajay. Okay, so doctor, we have one more. Okay,
Yeah.
please take one more. We have
Yeah.
time.
One more. Yeah.
Yeah. SN 35.101. It's not yours.
Not yours. Yeah.
Because whatever is not yours, disassociate it. Its disassociation will be for your welfare and happiness. And what because is not yours? The I, because is not yours. Disassociate it. Its disassociation will be for your welfare and happiness. Forms are not yours. Disassociate them. Their disassociation will be for your welfare and happiness. I consciousness is not yours. Disassociate it. Its disassociation will be for your welfare and happiness. Eye contact is not yours. Disassociate it. Its disassociation will be for your welfare and happiness. Whatever feeling arises with eye contact as condition, whether pleasant, painful, neither painful nor pleasant, that too is not yours. Disassociate it. Its disassociation will be for your welfare and happiness. The tongue is not yours. Disassociate it. Its disassociation will be for your welfare and happiness. Tongue contact is not yours. Disassociate it. Its disassociation will be for your welfare and happiness. Whatever feeling arises with tongue contact as condition, whether pleasant, painful, neither painful nor pleasant, that too is not yours. Dissociate it. Its disassociation will be for your welfare and happiness. The mind is not yours. Disassociate it. Its disassociation will be for your welfare and happiness. Mental objects is not yours. Disassociate them. Their disassociation will be for your welfare and happiness. Mind consciousness is not yours. Disassociate it. Its disassociation will be for your welfare and happiness. Mind contact is not yours. Disassociate it. Its disassociation will be for your welfare and happiness. Whatever feeling arises with the mind contact as condition, pleasant, painful, neither painful nor pleasant, that too is not yours. Disassociate it. Its disassociation will be for your welfare and happiness. Suppose, because people were to carry away, burn, or do as they please with the grass, sticks, branches, and leaves in this Jetavana, would you think people are carrying us away, burning us, or doing as they please with us? No, Bante. Why is that? Because, Bante, that is neither ourself nor what belongs to ourself. In the same way, bhikkhus, the I is not yours. Disassociate it. Its a disassociation will lead to your welfare and happiness. Forms are not yours. I consciousness is not yours. The eye contact is not yours. And whatever feeling arises dependent on the mind contact, whether pleasant, painful, or neither painful nor pleasant, that too is not yours. Disassociate it. When you have disassociated it, that will lead to your welfare and happiness. 8. Yes, doctor.
Yeah. So actually, here I say you should understand. Whatever you're feeling, all are impermanent, They cannot be permanent. Whatever feeling that come to us, whether it's present and not present, okay, it's not permanent. Okay, that's why in this Satipatthana, it said that when you practice Vipassana, okay, sometimes the situation are not very pleasant. Bear with it, it won't last long. Okay, observe it long enough, then it just disappear. Yeah, don't associate with it. Yeah,
Okay, I think.
this is the right practice. Yeah. I think any question? Yeah, any
No,
question?
I think,
Yeah.
doctor, this will take today's session because we have a next session coming up at 11. We
Yeah,
stop
yeah,
here.
yeah.
We take any questions if we have.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Any questions? No questions, doctor. I think it was pretty clear today's session. So we will keep our session short today. We will see you again at 11, doctor. Do you want to?
Yeah, okay, okay.
Okay. So thank you so much
So,
for your time, doctor.
yeah, after half an hour.
Yes,
Yeah,
doctor. Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
See you then for the
Yeah.
Sanghanun.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yes, Venki.
Yes, sir. Thank you both of you for the wonderful teaching, sir. So, today's takeaways to with us. So we should keep observe on our senses, and we need to learn how to manage our senses. Then, if we lost focus, we won't be happy. Because of that, we need to practice meditation and get focus, and we need to be happy. So with this conclusion, I wanted to close this today's meeting, and thank you so much for your valuable insights, doctor. And this is grateful to us learning from you people. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir.
Yeah. See you. Bye.
Namaste, doctor.
Namaste.